Hi, welcome back. Our phone number 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras in chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz on the socials at RIZZ Show. And one of my favorite guests is here, Mr. Jim Florentine.
Yeah!
Nice to see you, sir.
Yeah, man, good to see you guys, too.
I was just telling him how I did stand-up a couple weeks ago, and I have since retired after doing my one tight 5-minute set, and that's it. I can't put myself through it again. I can't.
You're one for one, man. Quit now.
I got to leave them laughing, right? Go on a high note.
Well, so the first time I went on stage, I got one laugh in a 5-minute set. None of my material got laughs, but I said something to someone in the crowd, and I got a big laugh, and I felt that jolt, and I'm like, I'm in.
You know, I think
and
that's what it was.
I sold my soul right there. I'm like, this is what I want to do.
The first laugh I got, it was great. It was a great feeling, and then I kind of floated above my body for the rest of the time, and then did my 5 minutes, saw the light go on, told my last little joke, walked off the stage, and said, "That was great. Never again."
It is a lot of torture. It is. It's like, why are you doing this to yourself? You're like, you got a good gig here, you know.
Yeah.
It's you know what you're doing. You know.
Why the hell would I want to put that?
And then you got this whole other thing. I know people don't realize. Like, you really have to be prepared up there. You have to.
Tough.
Everything's got to flow. You know, you got to. It's got to come. It's got to come off like it's just coming off the top of your head, like you're just making it up.
And here's what I thought. So this was at at the comedy club, and they bring me back to the room where the comics, the bullpen, if you would, comics are just kind of hanging out before their show. And I'm thinking, hey, it's going to be jokes. Everybody's going to be laughing and having a good time. Dude, it was serious. Everybody was it was business. There was a coffee pot, a toilet, a couch, and that was it. Business. We're here for work.
Yeah. No, we are here for work, definitely.
We're here for work, and so it's me and 3 other comics back there, including Dan Soder, and I'm trying to cut the tension. See, if people are quiet, I get uncomfortable. So I'm the guy that's got to kind of say something to cut the tension. And they all looked at me like, dude, shut up. Like, look at the amateur here. Dude, shut up.
Yeah, we usually just trying to get our thoughts together before we go on stage and do all that stuff. So we don't need the loud guy. You know, we don't need the Robin Williams, the guy putting the shade on his head. You know, back there like, dude,
trying to make the comics laugh.
Yeah. We're like, we'll do that afterwards after we have a few drinks.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make everybody laugh. I was nervous, and when I get nervous, I have a tendency to ramble. And there was one girl who was sitting back there. She's writing notes on her hands, and I guess making last-minute adjustments to her set. And I felt like what an ass I was. In fact, I think I apologized after too. But I can't do that to myself. I cannot do it.
It was really interesting, and I'd love to hear more about your first time ever on stage. But you could see when you changed from "oh my God" to "okay, I got this." There was just after that first laugh, all of a sudden you knew you had it.
Yeah, man. When you get that one under your belt, that's why, like, as a comic, you get that first laugh when you get on stage, then you're good. Some people don't mind it just starting off really slow. I'd rather get the first laugh under my belt.
Just get it done.
Yeah, get it done, and then you just feel, okay, this is cool. This is good.
Would you want your son to be a comic?
He's already been doing stand-up. Yeah, he loves it. He does like 5 minutes. He's got like 5 jokes.
Well, would you want him would you want him to be a comic when he gets older?
Yeah, if he wants it, absolutely. I'd give him some good advice on what to do and what not to do. But yeah, why not if that's what he wants? It seems like he wants to be in show business. Like either he sings with my nephew in his band, or he's going on stage telling jokes.
And maybe he'll grow out of it. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll want to be like his dad.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I'm not going to force it on him, but that's what he seems like right now that he's into. He just loves being out there, being at the club. He's almost like, he's like a veteran comic. Like he went, Dice was playing in town in New Jersey by my house. So I just went down there. I was off and I brought my son. He went on stage in like front of 400 people and killed for like 5 minutes.
And your son, what, 10?
7.
7?
7.
Oh. And you brought him to a Dice show?
Yeah. Of course. Why not? Yeah. That's good parenting.
No censor at all?
We didn't stay that long. We stayed about 10 minutes.
Nursery rhymes. I mean, kids love nursery rhymes, right?
Yeah, well, he doesn't do those to the end, so we couldn't stay to the end. We were about 10 minutes, and I was like, all right, we've had enough.
Have you seen the Broadway show Rock of Ages?
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to think how horrific that was.
Well, we were in Mexico last week with the family on vacation. And they had Rock of Ages at the resort, like the actual Broadway. It wasn't like the entertainment crew of Dreams, doing Rock of Ages. This is actually the Broadway production. And they gave us free tickets, and I like that kind of music. So brought the family over there. My son is 8. I have a 6-year-old daughter too, and it's pretty dirty. Like there's a lot of F words and a lot of sexual innuendo, and my son is just at the age where he gets everything. He's just starting to, he knows all the curse words. He kind of is starting to know the sexual innuendo stuff, and every time something happened, he looked over at me and smiled. I'm like, I'm a great parent. That's
already knows.
Good parenting right there.
Yeah. He did, because he's 8?
8, yeah.
Yeah, they're already talking. My son the other day, I take him to this comedy club in New York, and this waitress comes up to our table, and he goes, "Do I know you?" And she goes, "I don't think so." He goes, "We never met before?" She's like, "I don't know. Have you been here before?" He goes, "Yeah, I was here once." And she goes, "Okay, maybe I waited on your table." He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, that must be it." She goes, "Okay, my name is Kate." He goes, "Hi, I'm Luke." And she goes, "Okay, I'll be back in a second." And she walks away. He goes, "Dad, that's how you get girls." I swear to God.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dad, that's how you get girls."
From your 7-year-old son.
7-year-old son.
That's amazing.
And then he has a joke about me, like, I'll bring him on stage, and then he goes, he came up with this. I only helped him with the timing a little on. He goes, "So my dad hasn't had a girlfriend in like 3 years." And I keep saying, "Dad, get a girlfriend." He's like, "Yeah, I will eventually. I'll mark it on it." And then he goes, "I think my dad's gay."
That's your 7-year-old.
That's my 7-year-old.
Smart
yeah,
kid.
It's great. The
Smart
crowd goes
kid.
nuts, and I'm standing right there.
That's awesome. And I know you have a new book out called Everybody's Awful Except You.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, thank you for giving us a thank you in the book.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Thank you very much. It's our first actual major publication. Thank you.
Yeah, you thanked us and Applebee's.
I'm thanking you.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm thanking you right now. But so your book release party, your son actually opened up for him. Which, how amazing is that?
Well, he came to the signings. He had to sign all the books too at the signings.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's signing them too, and he's putting the horns in there too.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean, the devil horns, and and then he introduced me on stage. I did a little Q&A, and I read from the book.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's like, "This is I want to introduce my dad. He worked in this book really hard for like 3 years. I'm really proud of him. My dad, Jim Florentine." It was really funny. Yeah. And then
So you worked hard on this thing. So 3 years.
Yeah, it took about 3 years. Yeah.
No ghostwriters. This is all you.
Yeah, it's me, but then I send it to a book editor. He's like, "Nobody talks like this." Like, we have to sell this to adults. I don't know where you went to school.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
If you went to school.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to begin writing a book. Like, did you have an idea? Like, I just have some thoughts I'm going to put down on paper. I'm going to take, or I came up with a concept.
It was based off my podcast that I do. I just rant about mostly about like social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically transcribed a lot of my podcasts and made it into a book form.
And you shopped it around, and
Eventually, someone came around, and picked it up. It's the same company that did Stanhope's book. Stanhope's got a couple books out and do all the rock books, like Duff McKagan's book and Scott Ian from Anthrax.
Right.
And Slash and all that. So it's the same company that does those. So.
And did you treat it like a full-time job? Like, today is a writing day.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, because then you send it back, and then they'll send it back to you. I'm like, I wouldn't say it that way. So then you switch it back and forth. So, and then the book is done, and it doesn't come out for like another year.
Right.
Like the book was done, like had to be handed in a year ago before it even came out.
So it's just your random thoughts. And...
Yeah, I do mostly about like I have people's actual social media posts in my book that I dissect.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That people send me on my podcast, and then I just say what they're really talking about. You know, because it's usually just either sympathy, people looking for sympathy, bragging, or attention on like Facebook and social media. That's
right.
Most of the posts.
Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of hashtag warriors.
Well, that too. Yeah. I don't know. I don't need 17 hashtags. When I see a picture of a guy with a barbell over his head, I have a feeling I know what he's doing. I really don't need hashtag determination, hashtag lifting weights, hashtag, motivation, hashtag can't wait for my cheat day. I get it. I kind of figured out what was going on in the picture. You know
it drives you that crazy.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. Yeah, I don't need 75 hashtags.
Although, even when we were away last week, you try to detox from social media, and you try to detox from Twitter, and you try to detox from Facebook and all that stuff. You find yourself sneaking your phone and pressing that little Twitter app, and you go, "Let's see what's going on." It's a drug.
It is because it's like instant news. You know what I mean? Like you can find out what's. I do it mostly to follow the news, especially like on Twitter.
Twitter's the best for following news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Honestly.
whatever you're into, you can follow. You know, like if you're a sports fan, like I'll follow like my sports teams, a sports writer, stuff like that, anything breaking that stuff. But you know, mine is more of just like the Facebook post, and everyone's seen this before. Like a girl will just post, "I'm on my way to the hospital," and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so now you got 75, comments. Are you okay?
Right.
Oh my God, if I lived in St. Louis, I'd be there
It's
for you.
trolling. You're
Please
trolling
keep
for
it
a comment.
posted.
Oh, we see it all the
Thoughts
time.
and prayers,
Oh,
and then
God,
finally
yeah.
at the end, after like 35 comments, like 2 hours later, it was just a sore throat.
or even better, it's like my aunt broke her knee.
Yeah.
You were just going to visit somebody, but you're like headed to the hospital. I could use everybody's prayers.
Yeah.
Prayers. I'm headed to St. Joe's.
You're right. Exactly. Or, having a bad day, and that's the end.
Yeah, that's it.
Or, I'm angry. Okay.
Why?
Why? My heart is broken, and then that's it.
There you go.
Like
And,
to break your
every
face.
time a girl writes that, every guy that's trying to sleep with her is like, do you need help? I'll be there for you. You want to meet? You're the best person in the world. I hate that someone did that to you, and you know what they're trying to do. You're like, come on.
Well,
you
it's
know.
like it's when a woman posts a selfie of themselves, no makeup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Let me guess what you're looking for. You look amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't need makeup. You look better without
Or
makeup.
a picture of somebody said I have a big nose today.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have a big
No,
nose?
you don't.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, come on. They're just
Stop
jealous
it.
of your big nose.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize he had a nose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no one's ever going to write, they're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
do you have a mirror?
So if someone wrote that, then she'd be all mad. Like, why? You put that out there.
Yeah.
Just expect.
And then you would get attacked.
Yeah, then I would get
Yeah.
attacked. That's so mean.
Somebody said my eyes are too far apart. Okay, they are. And you have a big schnozzle. That's what it is. So go buy his new book, Everybody's Awful, Except You. And you're at the Funny Bone tonight. You have 2 shows, 7:30 and 10 o'clock. And tomorrow, I believe 7 and 9:30.
And 11:30 is
Oh, I don't. Oh, look at this guy with 3 shows.
Wow, look at you.
Well, they give you an option in town if you want to do 2 shows on a Saturday, or you have to stay and do a Sunday show. Or you could just do the 3 shows and you don't have to do Sunday. So I'm like, if I'm already there, I might as well do the 3rd one.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
And the
I
Funny
don't like
Bone's
doing
great
Sunday
too.
shows. You just,
You don't?
you're hungover, you're tired. It's like the crowd's kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
I get it.
So just, if I'm there, I'll do the next show. Who cares?
And bring your books. I ordered mine on Amazon, by the way. It hasn't. I don't know. I didn't have the Prime option for some reason.
Yeah, I have books at the shows too.
So you could buy his book at the
Or
show.
it's in Barnes
Nice.
and Noble or whatever bookstores. Yeah,
There are bookstores?
I know it's a little late for that, but people still actually buy books, which is good.
Yes, like actual hard copy.
Yeah.
With my wife is trying to read on the Kindle. I tried to read something on the Kindle. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I actually like to turn a page,
I do too. I'm the same way.
Or you get an audio version. I like audio versions of the books too.
and you record all the audio.
Yeah, I
stuff
did that
yourself.
one
Do you
too.
need
Yeah.
anybody to voice that for you? I don't. Your voice isn't very nice or anything. You need somebody to do that for you.
I
No,
can
I-
do it because we're voice brothers.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
There was a moment I was just
Not
looking
like you have a
down a
perfect
few minutes
voice.
ago, and one of you guys started talking. I was like, "That's
No,
weird."
whenever we're on the air together, it's like the same voice. Nobody
Yeah.
knows who anybody is.
Right.
Yeah, I know, Jim.
Stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
but I did the audio.
You did the audio stuff? Of course you did.
I bet
All right,
that was
let's,
a blast.
Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And I like your thoughts on some of these stories here, Jim. News brought to you by.
Club Fitness joined by March 31st and get free enrollment and no contract.
I love the stories of people getting high in different ways. And we've heard of, people drinking cough syrup to get high and people huffing glue to get high. And what are some of the other ones? Like butt chugging.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
did
butt chugging.
vodka up their keisters.
You got that guy
Did you
that.
say air dusters.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got the guy that broke in to huff the air duster stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Silly. Now there's a new way to get high, folks. And this is becoming a big problem in Indiana. People are getting high off of bug spray.
Great.
What?
Bug spray.
Which kind?
Like Raid. So what they're doing is, to create the high, people are using these heavy-duty bug sprays like Raid and stuff to kill wasps, which contain a high concentration of some kind of chemical. and they're spraying them on pot. They're spraying them on tobacco and smoking this stuff.
It gives them even more of a high.
I guess so.
Spraying it on marijuana or weed.
And the toxic mixture can result in a condition known as KD for the smoker, which includes symptoms such as being in a catatonic state, being unable to walk or breathe, vomiting, dizziness, and severe headaches.
Oh, my God. So this is for people that want to die and then wake up.
Yeah, all those things sound like so much fun.
It's totally worth it.
Why?
It's ridiculous.
Well, at least you know there won't be any bugs on your weed. If you spray it on it first.
You don't know where it's coming from.
Good point.
You don't have to worry about that.
The picture to go along with the story had it look like a homeless guy on the ground sniffing like plants and stuff like that.
Wow.
So that's a new way people are getting high. Don't get any ideas.
Well, I don't know. When I was younger, we used to do whippets. We'd suck into helium and get high. And,
Yeah.
Get all. So people were probably at that time, the older people, like, oh my God, can you believe they're doing this? They're sucking in that helium and they're getting high. And
I have a friend that's banned from Staples for life because of going to the air duster display and huffing air duster and then collapsing into the display, cans everywhere, all over the place, and he's now banned for life from Staples.
His picture's all over.
yeah, I know, right? That's
This is the same guy that robbed his own pet store of the cash register, and they followed the trail of nickels through the woods.
really.
Can you imagine being banned from a Staples or something like that, and you just walk in and they go, no, out. No, you
Yeah.
out.
No,
Got a
imagine.
picture on the wall like the post office.
Yeah,
I'll go to Office Max.
I'm just imagining him actually working, for like a decent company, and them going, "Hey, Chris, why don't you go out and get some, some paper or staplers?" And I can't. Why? Why can't you? Banned for life from Staples.
Yeah, but guy at Staples was closed, so comes back an hour later.
Now, when a person gets caught, the details of how they did really won't matter in this story. The nickname will stick. Cops in Wisconsin are searching for a, quote, serial toilet clogger who's been reportedly clogging the same toilet at a community center in Sheboygan for a year and a half.
I want to know where he's eating.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
he's got
is
a regular
this-
schedule.
Is this because of them making
No,
a toilet?
it's not because of some sort of like epic toilet usage or like shoving, too much toilet paper. It's more like vandalism. So they've been shoving a 20-ounce soda bottle in the pipe. Then it apparently overflows for the next person who uses it.
Oh, my
It's a
God.
brilliant kind of thing. Like, it's a brilliant joke.
So you don't know the bottle is in there when you go to use it, is what you're saying.
Right.
Right.
So
and
the
then you,
shots
and then
down
you
the
flush.
hole.
Then you flush, and you have that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Stop! 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 No!
right when it gets to the rim.
That's when you run.
Like right when the water rises to the rim. You go, no, 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 and then the
Yep.
first spillover. That's the worst. So, and it's always in the women's bathroom, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been clogged 29 times
Oh,
since
man.
2016. And it doesn't sound like the cops have any solid leads yet. But they want to catch the person because they've already caused thousands of dollars in damages.
Really?
What a great prank, though. Just for the next person. Just shove a 20-ounce bottle right in the pipe.
Is it a great prank, though, if you can't be around?
To see it. I mean,
Yeah.
you could be around
You could be around.
to see the aftermath of somebody walk out of the bathroom and do the quick like, "Hello, I'm gonna need somebody in here."
Maybe his satisfaction is in not getting caught all this time.
Hey, if you're in a public place and you go and it starts overflowing and it's not your fault, you clearly didn't do this. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe something else was wrong. Do you run out and get somebody, or do you do the? Oh, see you, not my problem.
No, you just leave.
Yeah, I just
That's
leave.
what I'm
I mean,
asking.
yeah, I'm
I
not
just
going to go
leave.
search
Wipe
around.
your
Go, look,
feet and
that's,
get out.
That was me. That's all over the floor. We used to take upper deckers. We
Oh,
didn't do
yeah.
that. So that was our thing in public places. Like if we didn't like the service.
Have you ever done it at somebody's house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, you're a
Yeah.
monster.
What did they do to you?
Well, we were in high school, so we'd go like the nerds party. You know what I mean? Like the kids that, and we
And
just show
upper
up.
deck.
We just take upper deckers, and their parents there'd be like 3 toilets. We take
If
upper
it is
deckers
somebody
and
you
we
hate.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't like them. They, we were like the burnout dudes. Doing the music, and they were like the nerdy guys. And
Because how do you clean that? You got a lot of flushing.
I did the sprinkler to my friend's dad's bathroom because he made fun of my shoes.
What's the sprinkler?
Just start going and just
Everywhere.
Oh, you just go
spin
all
around
over?
Like that. Yeah.
All over
Number
the
one,
floor?
that is. Yeah, just holding it like this and just going. Like that.
Oh.
And I
yeah,
just walked right out after that because he was making fun of my shoes.
The dad was or the kid was?
The dad was.
Oh.
I remember in high school somebody at our school got busted. They were taking soda, like just regular like Coke or Pepsi, and putting it in the back of the toilets. So then when you flush, it was just like a brown liquid that came
that's
out.
funny.
That is
That's fun. That's funny and no destruction really.
So the upper decker's not?
That's not funny at all.
The upper decker's funny
It's
when it
really
doesn't happen to
funny.
you.
Yeah, because every time you flush, little pieces go in there.
Yes.
That's the best part about it.
What is that? Is that
You know, you
corn?
probably get like 7 flushes before you're like, what's going on here? And then when you open the top of the tank, then you realize, like, oh, man.
Oh, come on.
Boy, and the process to clean that. Oh my gosh. The name's pretty damn good too.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the worst slot machine prize
It's
ever.
the cleanest place to go. Nobody goes up there. You
That's
have
true.
to put toilet
You
paper
drink
down.
that water.
You know what I mean? Like, I know to put toilet paper down. You're like,
Yeah, you
all
could
right,
drink that water up there.
who sits up here?
Yeah, because listen, if the toilet is clogged, okay, and it's clearly not your fault and it overflows
Right.
after you've been in it,
Right.
people are going to assume it's you anyway.
Sure.
Even if you tell somebody, "Hey, I didn't do it." Oh, okay, of course.
Okay.
Of course you didn't do it.
Here's a question for you. You're in a public place. Let's just say a QT or something, gas station, and it's a one-person bathroom, and you go in there and you do number 2, and you use the last of the toilet paper. Do you say anything to anybody on the way out, or
No.
you just screw the next person that goes in there?
No, because I mean,
Because
well,
if you
never
go
thought
up and
about
tell
that.
them, then everybody knows that's what you just did.
I think you.
I know, man.
I might be
I've
one of the
never thought
rare
about
guys
that.
because I don't do that a lot in public. But when I do, when I walk into that bathroom, that's the first thing I check.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I go,
but
"All right,
if
we're
you
good."
use the last of it, do you tell the next
No,
person?
because I expect the
It's not
person
your
that comes in behind me
responsibility.
to also look and go, "Up, they're out." I
Hey,
better
listen,
go get
while
some.
we're on the topic,
Uh-oh.
let's say you didn't have a toilet, and every day you just did your business in your backyard, and you never got rid of what you produced. I'm assuming in this scenario you didn't have any sense of smell, but how much poop would you produce in your lifetime?
In a
my God.
lifetime?
In a lifetime, I have the numbers.
Are we talking about?
Are
Are
you
we
talking
looking for
about
height?
pounds?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we looking for height and
Pounds,
width?
pounds. But I'm going to ask you. I'm going to go around the room. We'll see who's right. We'll play Price is Right rules.
Your whole life.
How many-
Average lifetime
How
is
about
what?
let's just go
78.
for a year. How many pounds a year of
I don't even know where to start.
All right,
feces? do
I'm
you
going.
produce?
I'm going like 102 pounds.
Okay, 102 pounds
in
Jeff?
a year.
in a year. 1 year.
In 1 year, I'll go with 103 pounds.
The average person.
I'm gonna say 200 pounds.
Okay. Tony.
I'm gonna go. This is Price is Right rules.
Yes.
I'm gonna go 1 pound.
1 pound a dude.
Because 200. I'm thinking 200 pounds. That's almost like 4 pounds a week. If you think about it, 52 weeks, you're almost
Sure.
so. I don't
think,
know.
Think of how much you're ingesting.
But I'm thinking more like. I think it's going to be more like. I'm hoping 2 pounds.
You're
a week
all
you're
pretty
gonna
far
lose.
off.
Really?
Yeah, you're all pretty far off. And
500
this is
pounds.
scientists. Scientists have actually come up with this number.
Can you imagine? Hey, honey, what are you working on today? at
Yeah,
work?
I know.
This is
Oh,
probably
we're-
a government grant too.
We're under. We're under.
So on the average day, you eliminate 14 ounces of poopy.
Oh, never mind.
That adds up to about 312 pounds a year.
Wow.
Moon, congrats.
So
you win.
14 ounces a day.
14 ounces a day, about 312 pounds a year. So by the time you're 21, you'll have produced over 3 tons of poop. If you're a man with the life expectancy of 72 years, you'll produce 24,320 pounds of poop. That's 12 tons, or the weight of approximately 2 elephants. If you're a woman with the life expectancy of 81, you'll produce 25,920 pounds. So almost 1 ton more than men.
So they poop more, like more than 14 ounces a day.
I guess so.
Mhm. We all are
And if you
really
add
full of it.
if you add it all up, all the feces produced by people in the world every year, it adds up to 640 billion pounds
Jeez.
a year. So just take those numbers, put those right in your back pocket, and do what I don't know what you're going to do with that, but now you know.
Anybody asks now, I know.
If anybody asks, you produce 312 pounds of poop a year.
Does it say how many upper deckers are taking a year?
All right, Jim Florentine's here. We'll do Crab on Celebrities after the break. All right, welcome back. Jim Florentine is here. He's at Funny Bone. Got a couple shows tonight, 3 shows tomorrow. In fact, you're the first guest on this radio show that's been here 3 times.
Yeah. Really?
You're in the 3-timers club. Get in the jacket. He gets a 3-timers club jacket.
I feel honored.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese. Any big Sean Penn fans in the room?
Yeah.
Do you miss him being in movies or TV or whatever he might have been doing? Because he hasn't been in anything forever.
Yeah. I love his acting. And, the guy's still banging like 25-year-olds.
He likes to hit, though. He's a hitter. Like, he likes to punch people. He's a guy that gets into a lot of fights.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, that wasn't good for him when he was married to Madonna back in the day with the press in his face.
Yeah.
He's not, him and Alec Baldwin,
They like to hit.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite. I'm glad you brought up Madonna because it was one of my favorite lines he ever did. I think it was on Letterman. It was shortly after they divorced. It was very much played out in the press. And he said, "So Madonna," and he just looked right at David Letterman and said, "Never met the woman before in my life. I have no idea who you're talking about." It was a great way to just kind of
where's he
brush
been?
that off. He is no longer going to act. He said.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, he said he's done with the. He wants to do the serious stuff and the things that make a difference and all those very emotional things. And he said he doesn't even have the desire to do that anymore. He's not going to do bubblegum stuff. So he's just not going to act anymore. He's just going to do all of his charity stuff.
Activism.
As long as there's a camera there, he will do all of his charity stuff.
We have enough activists and not enough Sean Penns. Am I right, guys?
I think you're right.
He was banging, Charlize Theron for a while?
Sure was. I believe
Scarlett
they were
Johansson.
making love.
Good for him.
I know.
Robin Wright, Penn.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
was married to her.
He probably had sex with her, too.
And that woman that they did that El Chapo documentary.
Yeah. I got to see that.
That one, too. She
Yeah.
said we had sex.
The Latin chick, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. She did say
That's
that.
out now, that documentary.
Yeah, he's going to be on CBS Sunday Morning talking about all of this, about how he wants to do charity stuff, and he just has no desire to do the acting anymore. So
He doesn't seem
Minka
like
Kelly too. Damn.
He doesn't seem
Who?
like somebody I'd want to
Minka
hang
Kelly.
out with.
I'll make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have time to act. If I had that roster, I don't feel like reading a script. I got other things to
Minka
do.
Kelly. All right.
Sharknado. Who do you think of when you think Sharknado?
Tara Reid, of course.
She was sitting right in that chair. Sorry, you may have Jean's herpes now. I don't know.
Oh,
After
boy.
saying- no, she
Hey,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
Can't
that.
get
I
it
was
twice.
just joking. She says, "What's the reason why she became the big thing? What movie?
Van Wilder.
American Pie.
Before
She was the
that,
American Pie chick.
before that,
She was Bunny Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
right.
Yeah, she says she is huge and big and famous and everything because of that movie.
No.
That's why. That's what she says. I
I
say.
don't believe her. I don't buy it.
I think it's because of all the tabloid stuff.
It was
That's
American
probably why
Pie.
we all know. And American Pie as
And
well.
remember
But Big Lebowski is the kind of movie people go back and watch all the time. So
Yeah.
American Pie maybe not so much. So maybe that's why people always bring it up when they see her. Like, you were great in Big Lebowski.
Also, remember when her boob fell out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember when her boob fell out, like on some kind of red carpet, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
had like some nasty surgery?
Yeah, and didn't she just like walk around for the longest time and not walk around, but it was out and she had no clue, right?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody have to come up and put it?
It was
put
yeah,
it on.
that was the same time frame when she had that botched stomach surgery,
yes.
and her stomach got jacked. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yikes.
Jim Florentine is a guy that you've spent your entire career on, not the entire career on the road, but you worked your ass off to get what you have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've gone to a lot of dives. You've bombed, I'm assuming, a handful of
Never.
times. Worked your
Yeah.
ass off to get where you are. What do you think of the reality show people that just a fluke, all of a sudden they have their 15 minutes of fame, and then all of a sudden maybe they're millionaires? Does that upset you or not?
No, it doesn't, because they're never going to last. Like, especially like you get a comic on America's Got Talent that's got like 10 minutes or something like that. They can't go out on the road and do it. Or these YouTube stars that you fill a comedy room. They'll come around once, but they don't really have an act.
Yeah, but there are people like Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, there's are some that actually came through that are actually really talented.
Carrie
that have made
Underwood.
it. Yeah, there's definitely some, but most of them, they're a flash in a pan. They'll come around once and do a theater or do a club, and then they won't have an audience after that because they really don't have the legs. They didn't cut their teeth anywhere.
Right. Okay.
So they're not veterans, and the crowd can kind of see it.
Right.
You're like, all right, I saw him on TV. I'm never going to come see this again. So, yeah, they'll make a little money here or there, but that's, they don't have any legs. I'd rather have a longer career where you just, it's steady.
Yeah.
You guys remember during Hurricane Irma, there was like 3 cops somebody took a picture of 3 cops that were helping out people. And all 3 of them were good-looking cops, and you remember them? They were dubbed the hot cops.
Yeah.
And then I guess one of them had a bunch of Facebook postings where they were just saying, God, I forget exactly what it was. It was anti-Semitic, I think is what it was. So he was pushed to the side. But one of the dudes, Daniel Rengering from Gainesville, Florida, is now going to be on Survivor. Just because of that particular picture, he's going to be on Survivor. He just announced it. He's going to get at least $10,000 just for being on there, and if he wins the whole thing, he gets $1 million.
Well, good luck.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, Jim, I know from the past when you've been here, you're a music guy, right?
Yeah.
You love like Kenny Rogers and Fleetwood Mac and stuff like that, right? You're probably a Fleetwood Mac fan, right?
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I mean, I respect anyone that's been around a long time. Not so much Kenny Rogers.
Not so much Kenny Rogers.
He used to have like a good chicken place. Didn't he? Like down in Florida when I lived down there. He had some good chicken.
The Library of Congress announced a couple of days ago the new songs and bands that are going to be in the Library of Congress, and we got a couple of them in here.
I mean, come on, man. This is a classic.
You got
to
know when to hold up.
Yeah. Know when to fold up. You don't like this song, Jim?
No, this is good.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good bar song. You drink a tequila, you're hanging out, it comes on the jukebox.
This is one of those songs that it gives everybody an excuse to sing.
Yeah.
It's like Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
With Garth Brooks.
So they're going to be, that song's going to be in. Also, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors is going to be in. Also,
and this is a Library of Congress to be like preserved.
Yes. And another Kenny will be in there as well.
Surprisingly, it wasn't Slayer's year.
Just fell off the ballot.
Angel of Death, that would be.
Just fell off the
This
ballot.
should be in there.
Should or should not?
No.
Don't think so?
Nah,
I think it's a bit too cheesy.
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of this song. I think there
you
are
can't
other
pick
Kenny
it.
Loggins songs.
I'm a big fan of Kenny Loggins, not this one, though.
If I were to pick one, it'd be Danger Zone. If Kenny Loggins had to go in, it'd be Danger Zone.
That's a bad one. That doesn't. Some of those '80s songs don't stand the test of time.
Not enjoyable in any context for you.
If I'm having sex with Scarlett Johansson and it's on in the background, then it's an amazing song.
We had an argument actually earlier this week about Whitesnake. Your thoughts on Whitesnake?
I love Whitesnake. I know there's some that there's some bands that
Thank you.
because they're not.
He looks at me and goes, "Thank you." What the
Because
hell?
they're not, Here I Go Again is the big song, and they had Is
In the
This
Still of
Love
the
is
Night?
another. But they were more of like a bluesy rock band, you know what I mean? But they had a couple American hits where they were just kind of like, and they could fall into the cheese category, but they're really
if you
not.
watch their videos, you don't associate them with the videos. It's good music.
Just separate the two.
Separate the two. It's hard.
Yeah, David Coverdale. I mean, he's a legend. I mean, he sang a Deep Purple before Whitesnake, and Whitesnake was huge. Coverdale Page. Well, Page did that to piss off Robert Plant at the time.
You get a guy that looks exactly like him
and sings exactly like him, and basically put out a Zeppelin album
Right.
just to piss Robert Plant off because Robert Plant didn't want to do anything with Zeppelin at the time. So
Did Robert Plant get upset, or did he not?
Oh yeah,
care?
he was
did.
pissed. Yeah, because he's never liked Coverdale. He always called him like a cover version or something like that. Like he always made fun of him. Like he's. Just
I always
a
thought
cheap
Billy
imitation.
Squire was more of a Robert Plant ripoff.
There's been a few. Definitely been a few.
If you listen to "Lonely as a Night," it sounds exactly like Robert Plant. Don't
Well,
you
there
think?
was that band Kingdom Come that came out back in like the early '90s.
God,
that was just
that's right. Yeah.
That sounded exactly like Zeppelin.
And also, real quickly, all the Monty Python stuff is going to be going up on Netflix. So if you're a fan,
You a fan of Monty Python?
A little bit.
I think I'm a fan more because my dad was a fan. It's like if your dad watched the Three Stooges, you're a Three Stooges fan.
yeah, that's why I'm a big fan of porn.
All right.
What watching? So you watch it with your dad?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
David Tell has the best joke ever. He goes, oh man, he goes, I got my dad busted me watching porn. He goes, that was embarrassing. He goes, what was more embarrassing? He just goes, son, move over. Greatest joke ever.
Yikes.
Son, move over.
Yikes. Real quick, Krabby birthdays. Jim Parsons, Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory is 44. Undertaker, 52. Danica Patrick, 35. A whole list of them up on the blog if you want to check it out. Today's Burton birthday of the day. The drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, Arlie Ermy, is 73. Today's porno birthday, being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Houston. And today's birthday girl used to hold the record for nailing 620 dudes in one day. But she was ousted by a woman from Poland who holds the record at 646 fellas. But Houston does have 81 fine films to her name, including Houston's Big Boob Brigade, Stop My Ass Is on Fire Volume 1, Flesh Peddlers Volume 2, Gazangas Galore, Russian Roulette, and who could forget her unforgettable role in, hey, who the hell shot Jerry? Houston is 49 years old. That's your porno birthday, your crappy birthday. That's your crap on celebrities.
All right, I want to thank Jim Florentine for coming in.
Yay!
Please go buy his new book, Everybody's Awful Except for You.
Yeah.
And what else are we plugging?
Just a Funny Bone this weekend.
Funny Bone this weekend, 2 shows tonight, 3 shows tomorrow. And what's the Funny Bone's website?
STLfunnybone.com.
That's
You got it. I was
exactly it.
testing you guys.
Yeah, it was weird. You sounded like Tony when you answered.
All
You say STL? Might be ST
STL.
Lewis. Funny Bone.
You can go
Guys,
to
if you
Google and
Google
use that.
Funny Bone.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. They're not really really current on their social media.
Funny Bone. Just go see Jim
Yeah, but I
Florentine
know
this
they.
weekend,
Yeah,
okay?
they have a MySpace page. I know that.
I think he's in their top 5. All right, one final break. Real or fake results next.